So, some of you may have noticed that I've been posting a little bit about going on Twitter and stuff, or not Twitter, Twitch. Don't know why I said Twitter. I would never go somewhere that toxic. Well, let me just give you a little bit of a rundown of what's been going on for the last few weeks regarding absence, the entire situation going on, and current situation. Regarding the absence, I have been completely swamped with work. This plays in to the next part because I work as a full-time caregiver. And I have been pulling 18-hour shifts for the last 2.5 months. And that has been every day for 2.5 months. As of June 12th, so 2 weeks ago, as of this recording, my mother was admitted into the hospital for a long list of reasons, but back in September of last year, she had a blood infection, or she had an infection in her right leg that luckily didn't get to the bone, but it did get into her bloodstream, and she had to be admitted into the hospital for about 10-11 days. Jump forward 9 months, and the infection is back, stronger than ever, and now it's in her entire left leg, at least everything below the knee. And as of 1:27 p.m. on June 12th, she was admitted into the emergency room, and as of approximately 10:07 p.m. same night, she was admitted into the hospital. She has been in the hospital ever since, and a few days ago, on Wednesday or Thursday, I have completely forgotten already because of the amount of stress I have been under, she went in for surgery on her leg. I will not get into the nitty-gritty of it, but it's bad. It was either this and take a gamble, or she loses the ability to walk for the rest of her life. So, in keeping with this, my brother and I have been remodeling the entirety of the house. We have been working on the upper level, because that's where the bathroom is. We have been working on the upper level, trying to make it 100% wheelchair accessible, because I already know she's going to be in a wheelchair for the foreseeable future. Pending recovery, foreseeable future. We have, as of probably next Monday or Tuesday, so 2 or 3 days after this video goes up, we have 20 days, less than 3 weeks, to finish up the entirety of the upper level, fix the front door, and get ramps installed, be they modular or not, to facilitate a wheelchair coming in and out of the house 24/7. This is a 3-month job, and we have less than 3 weeks to do it in. It has been, up until literally this week, it has been 127 degrees in the shade outside. And my house has minimal AC. So you can imagine the absolute nightmare that is. So to compensate for this, because our insurance is absolute garbage. Mine's fine. But the thing is, Mom's isn't. So I'm preparing and actually expecting somewhere in the area of a $22,000 medical bill that we have to pay out of pocket. And I legitimately don't know where to turn. I've tried looking into the GoFundMes and stuff like that because we are financially screwed. I could sell everything we own, including the food and the shelving units we have for the food. I could sell literally everything. That wouldn't even put a dent in the medical bill. It might make the first one go away, but what about the recurring ones? So I've set up, or I think I've set up, I don't know, because literally nobody's telling me anything, literally nobody's helping me test anything to see if the donation button I have set up through PayPal, forgot the word, I have a donation button set up there, and I'm trying, like, whenever I'm not working upstairs, trying to get the house redesigned completely to accommodate, because I am expecting to have to put a medical bed in here again. In order to accommodate that, the entire living room has to be completely destroyed and rebuilt from the ground up. But that's my project. I'm working on that when I can. I'm also streaming, but here's my end goal. If I've done the math, if I can manage in excess of $20 a day, then I would be able to have made enough to at least cover the emergency room copay, because it was $100 just to walk in the door. The second we picked up a pen, it was $100. And this is not me making up stories. I would never make something like this up. Because ever since she went into the hospital on the 12th, 2 weeks ago as of this video, I have had 9 mental breakdowns and have thrown up blood from the stress 10 times. So I'm trying to explore every option, but I cannot wait for YouTube to pay me in 11 years again, because I'll be screwed by then anyway, like completely screwed by then anyways. And I'm not waiting for Twitch to, gamble on me. So, and I would never do this if I wasn't this desperate. But we have gone through every agency out here. They will not help us. We've gone through Access, we've gone through food stamps, we've gone through Mesacan. That's one of the organizations out here that helps people. Most people, not us. We've gone through, I think we've gone through Save the Family. I think we've gone through like Salvation Army. We've gone through enough bureaucratic nightmare to have a stack of paperwork so thick it might be able to stop a shot from a .50 caliber at point blank. But I am completely out of options. I do not know what to do. And several members of my community know about this. They're the ones who have been helping me, try and keep what little sanity I have left together. And thank you for everyone actually helping me keeping my mind together. That is no small task right now. That is a full-time job at this point. But with everything going on, I am surprised I am as composed as I am now. And the one thing I had gotten myself as a, hopefully a coping mechanism to get through, being stuck in the house for 18 hours a day, every day of the week, and getting, maybe if I'm lucky, 8 hours to myself. And that would be considered my day off. That was once every 3 weeks, give or take. if memory serves. But I had picked up a VR headset, and you might notice additional dark circles under my eyes. The headset exploded. The Oculus Quest 2 I had exploded on my face and electrocuted me. This was luckily within the 1 month period. So I was extremely unhappy, and now I have extra scars around my face because that's, nice. And because I, had a freaking microwave transceiver mounted about this far from my head explode. Yeah, I went in for a brain scan. Swelling, of course. So that's also not helping things. It's frequent migraines. Because I got flashbanged when it exploded, so that was an overload through the optic nerve. Like, I'm anti-VR now. Like, complete anti-VR. But I don't know what to do with the donation buttons, etc., because nobody's telling me, nobody's helping me. So if anybody can help me figure this out, so that way I can actually keep my head above water for a change and maybe squeak through with only my ass on fire this time, that would be nice. Because as of right now, the second my mother gets released from the hospital, I am probably going to be pulling 22-hour days for the next 9 months at minimum. Because she had to go in for debridement surgery, or it was complete amputation of the leg, and we didn't want that. That is the last thing we have. That is losing a leg is the last thing you ever want to happen to you. So what they did to prevent everybody and the YouTube censors from just delisting this immediately and just everybody from throwing up, debridement surgery is like repainting a car. When you're repainting a car, the first thing you do is you strip off the paint. And because, in this case, the infection in her left leg had gone all the way to the bone, this metaphor gets a little exact. When you're repainting a car, the first thing you do is you strip off the paint and you check for rust. And anywhere you find rust, you have to remove the rust before you can repaint the vehicle. And that's what they did to her leg. So she is going to be in recovery for a very long time. I put recovery somewhere at 1.5 years at earliest, if at all. So, if anybody can help me, or knows anybody I can turn to, or hell, even if you, and this is why I would never ask, but I'm at the situation where I have to. If anybody can just give like $1 or $2, whatever you can. I'm not asking, to solve my problems in one day. I'm trying to take it one day at a time. If I can cover the bills and get enough in every day through streaming, and I don't care if, like right now, once I get the house done, I don't care if I'm streaming for 16 hours a day. I will swallow, I will, shred what little dignity I have left, completely throw away my pride. I will do whatever it takes to keep her alive. Because I really don't want to lose my mom. And several members of my own community, if they would ever, answer their damn messages. And several of these members know exactly who they are. If they would ever check their messages, because some of them are literally 10 minutes from my house, with the farthest being 30. And they could help. Because my brother works a full-time job. So if we're lucky, he gets 1, maybe 2 days a week to help me. Otherwise, it's me doing this by myself. But if anybody knows anything that can help me, just help me cope, help me, just, for lack of a better term, fucking survive this, I would greatly be in your debt. Like, I am completely out of options. My entire deck of options is on the table. And so far, nothing is viable. No, all my contingency plans have fallen through the cracks. Like, some people listening to this and say, well, just get a job. Okay, let's go over the logistics of that. I have been a caregiver for the last 20 years. So I have technically been doing this since I was 6. I have minimal experience anywhere else, but because I've been doing this, and especially with the health situations around here, I can't leave. I can't go get a regular paying job. And I've tried to get the insurance company to at least, like $100 a week is like, or $100, just to take care of her a month. Is that something, completely out of the question? Well, apparently for, the pencil pushing bureaucrats, it is. Because at the end of the day, we're viewed as nothing but piggy banks, and they're just beating the crap out of us to get every penny they can. So I'm putting every card I have. I am tugging at every thread I can. I don't care if it undoes the entire freaking tapestry. I have to put every option I have in play at once. And just pray to God, whatever I am trying to catch, pray to God, throw the net out and pray to God I catch something other than boots this time. So if any of you know any resources, are in a position to help in any capacity, I would be extremely appreciative. Even just taking, like 5 minutes, Because I've had people checking in on me because, oh yeah, when I went through the mental breakdowns, oh yeah, I went to a dark place. Yeah, I went to a place darker than Batman's underpants, so yeah. Like, you can tell I'm not good with outros or anything like that, because anytime I make a script, I go off it. And this is not scripted. This is one of the major reasons why I've been absent for so fucking long, and why a lot of you might be seeing content pop up that is just my archive footage from over on Twitch, because they're anti-user too. They really are. YouTube is anti-creator, Twitch is just anti-everybody. But I'm trying to, I don't care if I have to pay taxes on the donations. Like, at this point, I need income. I cannot rely on anything. I have what's left of my stimulus from March. Or maybe it was April. It was whenever the big one came in. That's what I got left. And I've got, maybe 200 left from that, which won't even scratch the copays. Because she's been in there for over 2 weeks. And then she's going to be moved to a rehabilitation facility, which is why we have the 20-day time limit. Because more than likely the insurance, because the insurance does say they'll cover it for 20 days, but more than likely they will not cover it after the 20th day, and will be facing a premium every minute she's in there. It's not a good situation. It's not. Between the frequent nightmares and the mental breakdowns, the stress is, and of course, throwing up blood, the stress is actually killing me. I'm completely screwed when it comes to options. And yes, I am repeating myself at this point. Like, if you can help, please do. Or if you know somebody who you can get in contact with who might be able to explain this stuff to me, because I need it explained in third grader. And because that's where my comprehension skill is at right now. I need everything dumbed down. Just so I can understand it. So to my entire communities, I apologize for having to ask this of you. This is quite possibly the last thing I ever wanted to ask anybody for, because I was brought up mob style. You do favors for people, you don't take favors from them. But with my options as limited as they are, I am swallowing my pride. So if you can help, please do. But also to the members of my own communities who have done nothing but pick fights with me during these times, your days in the communities are numbered, and you may have hours left before I or some of the other administrators remove you. I do not tolerate harassment on or off the clock, and this will stop. And for those of you who, I'll try to have the button or link somewhere in the description below or on the channel or something. I have it over on my Twitch page. Because right now, all donations, regardless, every penny I'm getting, short of what I need for food expenses, because I'm so stressed out right now, I don't trust myself to operate. I am not going near the stove right now because I'm afraid I will either A, set myself on fire, or B, accidentally turn it on and forget to start the fire. So I am afraid I might accidentally, and I'm not taking that risk, because with my attention divided like this, I don't trust myself to operate a toaster right now. So minus food expenses, which are slowly adding up, but nothing major because I'm only eating once a day. Minus that, every single penny is going to medical expenses. And until the bill is paid off, which might be forever, not a single penny will be spent on me, or be funneled into the channel, or done anything. Whatever content that goes up on my streams or on my channel is stuff I already have either in my backlog or in my games library, which a lot of my games library has been generously donated from my brother and several friends, whether it be loans or just gifts for the games, for the streams. It was entirely up to them. But no expenses are going to be spent on frivolous bullcrap. It is all going to medical supplies, medical bills, and whatever repairs are needed to keep Mom comfortable. So anybody who can donate or help me out, actually help my family out. No, anybody who can help my family out, thank you. Like, anybody who can help out, you do not know what this would mean to me. Because out here, it's just my mom, my brother, and I. We've buried everybody else. So we legitimately have nobody else we can turn to out here. And we are not, and especially now with her, going to be recovering from surgery, and as of right now, she is completely barred from operating the vehicles. Well, vehicles. One of them, vehicle. The car works, and the other, I guess you can call it a vehicle. I call it a shed with wheels because the engine dropped through the floor. The other thing we have is garbage. It's not even worth junking. The second this is over, and I can, oh yeah, I'm putting in for vacation, and whether that vacation just be 2 days in the town to myself to just, go and, I don't know, for shits and giggles, walk into the wall at the library. I don't know what I'd do. I'm stressed out. I'm losing my damn mind. Just 2 days where I can just relax and snap my bones back into place. Putting in for that, and a week of sleep. Because, yeah, I'm thinking after this I've kind of earned it. Just sleeping for a week part. Like, one hell of a tall request. Like, it's one thing, to say, like, hey, can I borrow, like, a cup of sugar or something like that? No, it's like, hey, can I borrow some money for medical bills? Like, yeah, rest of society frowns upon that. Me, spare some change. Like, and I don't understand this stuff either. So, like, I've never had to do this in my life. This is the first time things have ever gotten this bad. In 26 years. So if you're in a position to help, please do. And I cannot guarantee it or even lay the option on the table fully. Once this is done, there may come a day where I am able to pay back anyone's kindness. But all I can do right now is I can be there for whoever I need to be. Just, anybody going through this, anybody who needs to talk, anybody who's losing their mind with their own family problems, or just, needs to just get in a call and scream until they just can't talk anymore. I get it. I completely get this, that the stress is eating us alive. Thank you for staying this far. And hopefully we all make it out of this in as few pieces as possible. Preferably one piece.